Hello everybody and welcome back to Hearts of Iron, where we are currently finishing off our African campaign here. We've got a little bit left to do yet. Do we have any tanks over here? No, and that's probably why we're having some issues here. We're not really pushing in very much, although what do we have heading over here? This is tanks. Okay, so they will be arriving here eventually. Sure. That seems reasonably fine. It's going to take some time to get in position to attack the Marina Kingdom as well. So let's see how things are going over in Wellington. We're going to be pushing across this channel very shortly. We've nearly pushed out their infantry at this time. The Marines are a little bit tougher, but that's okay. We're just going to continue to relentlessly attack here and chip through them. It will take a little bit of time, but that is okay. Checking in over here in Africa, things are going reasonably well. We are, I think, about to cut them in half. So that's really good. Yeah, that's an excellent sign there. And eventually we'll get forces over here. Dahomey has capitulated. That's good. And these guys are going to launch their... Oh, there goes Borgu as well. These guys are going to launch their attack as soon as they can, which of course they're not yet prepared to do. So it looks like we are starting to make some actual progress over here, even without tanks. So that looks phenomenal. We've got Sokoto cut off from the rest at this point. Oyo has capitulated. And there's a nuke going off in Sokoto. Okay. That'll be exciting. Tanks are beginning to arrive over here. That is phenomenal. Sokoto has capitulated. Hejaz has capitulated as well. So that looks very good. The only people left is Bornu, and they don't... Actually, there are a couple of nations over here, I think. But Bornu was the primary nation remaining over on this side, and they are not going to last very long at all. So Demeturu is going to fall here. There's no real option, and they'll capitulate as soon as they do. Okay, perfect. So that looks good. There are still a couple of units out here. 6 infantry divisions from Oyo, but they're now all gone, and that should be Africa cleaned up. Phenomenal. So now if we check up over here, we can see that Hejaz is basically gone as well. They have this territory here. I'm a little surprised. Oh, they did capitulate. Okay. So this should be fine then, to have them here. Yeah, that's not a problem. The only people who have not capitulated at this point are in New Zealand and Madagascar, right? Right. So that looks fantastic. We're going to be launching this attack as soon as it's ready, which will be in about 25 days. That'll be fine. And as far as this up here goes, we could definitely split this fleet in half. Create a new fleet out of it. Cannot create a new fleet with the current selection. Okay, I want to create a new fleet with this selection, then. Hang on, this is... Have the current selection, make a new fleet. It doesn't want to do that. Okay, never mind, we are not going to do this. We're going to instead bring these back together. And I'm going to make this into a new fleet, and we're going to have that come patrol here. That didn't go. There we go. So we're going to take them down to the East African Sea. That'll be fine. We've got a lot of ships there. It'll be more than enough. Wait, we already successfully invaded here? Remarkable. That was not necessary then. We must have had allied ships up here. Fascinating. Well, that's absolutely fine. We're going to be attacking the Marina Kingdom very shortly. Let's check in on how things are going in New Zealand. Well, we're still trying to push across here. And it would appear that they have managed to get some additional organization up and moved in some reinforcements. Well, that's okay. You can see our organization is still fairly low here. If we take a look at our supplies, 8 out of 26 here. But we are having a bit of trouble supplying here. 0 supply remaining in province. Okay. So we definitely still need to continue to work on our supplies in this region, and we certainly are. That is making reasonable progress there. We are winning this for periods of time, so we're just going to continue that attack for the time being. But that is proving difficult to make our way across. That's okay. We're going to be launching our invasion of Madagascar here in just 5 days. So that looks absolutely wonderful. We have no supremacy in the Mozambique Channel. Where did you guys go? Why are you not assigned to this region? Get in here. Okay, it's because these are split in a really weird way. It's okay. Navy in this game is just utterly bizarre. There's no doubt about that. So that is fine. We are going to be launching this as soon as it's ready to go, and we're actually launching it right now. So off we go. We are going to be landing up here. Now, keep in mind there is no naval base there. So we're going to have to immediately begin building one. And we're working on pushing them out. There we go. So we need to immediately begin working on building a naval base here. However, our Marines need to... I want to have all 24 selected, please. Oh, we have 23 of 24. Okay. So we need to immediately start working on pushing out. So we need to get an offensive line down something like this. Get going on that. Okay, so we're being heavily attacked here. We need to push out and get some amount of territory other than just this location, because we need to be able to construct here. We're seeing stack wipes happening. Yikes. That should not be happening yet, in my opinion, because we're not out of supply. We have nowhere to retreat to. It's true. This is not going to go well. Okay. Stop attacking, please. We're going to stop this attack. And we need to also try to build land forts if possible, but they're probably going to consistently attack here. So stop it. Stop attacking. Go to carefully execute battle plans. Okay. How much did we manage to get done there? We did not quite manage to get a land fort done there. They're going to keep attacking here, very likely. And I think we're probably going to end up losing this force. So they have a fair amount of forces here, no doubt about that. I think that we should have this unit with all of its subunits preparing for an invasion. Can we get rid of this, please? Thank you. Preparing for a naval invasion somewhere down this way. They have no naval bases in their entire kingdom here, which is mildly awkward. So we're just going to bring these guys down this direction and prepare for that. But we'll see if we manage to get anything done here. They're going to just constantly attack and not allow us to build anything here. And that's the right call for them. Absolutely. This is going to be very difficult for us to invade because there is no naval base. We need to build a naval base in order to push out and get any supplies. Because, yeah, they're just going to keep doing this. They're going to constantly attack, and they're not going to give us a chance to build either of these. And these guys are going to get stack wiped. So we should probably consider recruiting an additional set of Marines. We already know we need some. So I'm going to add in 10 plus an additional 24. So we're going to go to 34 units here. Okay, this is getting very laggy. I'm not sure why it's getting laggy to add this, but okay. We're recruiting 34 units of Marines, and we're doing it simultaneously. 2, 3, 4. Okay, it went to 35, 36. It's still going. It is very laggy. We don't need this many. I don't know how long it's going to keep doing this for. Apparently, it's going to keep going for a while. Okay, well, this is awkward. We don't need 52 divisions, to be clear. We need 34 divisions. Still going up. This is so laggy. Why is this laggy? It really shouldn't be. I don't suppose we can close this and have it stop. It's definitely still going. Oh, I think we're good now. Okay, so it went up to 67. This is way more... Okay, we can get rid of them without any lag. Sure. We're going to take it down to 34. That's the amount that we actually wanted. Wild. So we're going to set the location to be, I guess we can't put it down here, but we can set it, say, up here. That'll be fine. And I only want to produce one of these. Okay. We'll continue to try to hold this area, but I don't think we'll succeed. They're just going to continually attack us there. We're never going to get any progress. We were unable to push out, so this force is basically gone. I don't suppose... Yeah, they can't really retreat out of here. They're just going to stack wipe. So there's not much we can do about this. It's unfortunate, but that was a failed invasion. And we'll see what we can do about changing that around. Now, these guys here, they actually stuck around. So we only need the one... Or we only need the 33 units then. Okay, so they're going to take this back, obviously. We did manage to get a land fort built there. Now that they've stopped attacking. But yeah, there we go. It's gone. Cool, so we managed to get a land fort. That's something. But that was definitely a failed invasion. No doubt about that. That was rough. We were unable to push out from that location, and stack wipes were basically instant. So, yeah, we'll have to try a different location, or just try it again. Let's check in on New Zealand here. We are... Actually, they keep bringing in more units. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in an airbase here, and we're going to put that in right here. Cool. Let's get that finished up, and we definitely need to get New Zealand taken care of. So that is definitely something that is going to happen. We're going to bring in some close air support here. I'm pretty certain they don't have any planes. Oh, they actually do have 600 enemy active fighters. Noted. Okay, that's fine. We'll take those down. So the very first thing that we're going to do once we get an airbase is we're going to start contesting the skies. But they're definitely bringing reinforcements in here and making it harder and harder for us to push in. And these guys are in last stand as well. So that is absolutely noted. Yeah, they're bringing in further reinforcements. Okay, let's get some air power in here. So we're going to bring in some MiG-9s. Which would be in here somewhere. I really wish there was a search box. Unfortunately, there is not. We have a lot of variants of things. Even though we didn't really try to, we nonetheless do. It should be... Yeah, that's the P-40 Warhawk. We have so many of those. We've captured them from other nations. And yeah, what we really want, though, is the MiG-9s. And they're definitely in here somewhere. That's Heart Mark 1s. MiG-9s. Here we go. So I want to have 200 of them here for now. That is the most that we can have up here. We're going to go for air superiority up over here. So off we go. And we are going to enlarge this a little later on. But we need to take over air superiority here. 200 MiG-9s is going to max out this airbase. I don't expect 200 MiG-9s to necessarily give us full air superiority, although it's doing pretty well, now that I look at that. And these aren't really doing anything. Okay. So let's bring in some CAS. We want to, after this autosave, create a new air wing here. Not an air group. Hang on. I want an air wing. Okay, get rid of this air group. Well, it's fine. We are going to create a new air wing, and I want this to be close air support. Where are we, close air support? One of these is close air support. Here we go. And I want this to be these guys. I'm going to bring in 500 of them. Yes, this is going to overload our airbase here. That is understood. So the close air support here are going to go into, well, close air support up over here. Cool. So they have arrived, and that is looking reasonably okay. Let's take a look at what we've got going on here. So we only have 200 planes currently active here. When are these guys going to actually become active? Well, if you look at where the airbase is, it actually can't reach over here. Their range isn't long enough. I wish we could build an airbase up here, but we can't. So instead, I guess what we'll have to do is we'll have to do what I didn't want to do. We'll get rid of the close air support here. So I want to get rid of these air wings. And instead, we're going to bring in some strategic bombers here. We may have to do some nukes. I'm not entirely sure yet. But we'll bring strategic bombers in for sure. These M4s will absolutely do the trick. I'm going to bring in about 300 of them. Okay. So they are going to come in, and they're going to do strategic bombing up over here. There we go. So that'll be absolutely fine. And our fighter wings are definitely in air superiority, but they'll only launch, I think, if these guys attempt to intercept our ground mission here. Yeah, we're getting some of these shot down due to anti-air, but that's okay. So that seems fine. Now what we can do is we can just drop a nuke on Wellington. We hadn't done it up until this point, but we might as well. Kaboom. And now suddenly we're winning. Remarkable, isn't it? So we'll break through that way. I want to check in over on Madagascar. So this is what we have set up right now. Right, these guys can't actually get there because they lack a naval base here. So I guess we'll get that going. That's something we can certainly do. And how are we doing on the recruitment of those Marines? Well, we have this paratrooper template. That's a thing. We're not going to really need this. That's fine. These are infantry divisions, and I believe them to be real infantry divisions. Let's double check that. Yes, that is real. This should be as well. Yes. Perfect. Then we've got this armored division, which of course is a real division. We'll put that there. We've got another armored division to put in. And then we've got these divisions. I'm going to put the paratroopers into a defense for now. I'll try to remember they exist, but we'll see. How are we doing on those Marines? We still need more. Okay. So these guys need to get off of this island, and we need a naval base there for that. That's okay. I'm wondering if maybe we should attack here again, but I don't know. They actually have a lot of troops. Maybe we should wait until all of our Marines are ready to go and launch some simultaneous attacks. Where are you going? Oh, okay, you're just arriving. That's fine. That's absolutely A-okay. So I want to come down over here again and see how things are going in New Zealand. We've still not managed to push across. Although that nuke definitely did some damage. Let's drop another one. We do see some retreats happening. So let's get that nuke out. Perfect. And we're just using it to soften up Wellington. If we can get across this channel, it should be fine. Do we need another one? Possibly. Yeah, let's do another one. They keep piling more and more forces into Wellington. And, I mean, we do have hundreds of nukes in stockpile. So this is absolutely fine. Their units are not doing well at this point, and if we can take Wellington, things will get a lot easier for us. We won't have the crossing, and there will be 2 locations we can attack instead of 1. But we want to widen this front. There's no doubt about that. Okay, so we just dropped down to losing again, but let's drop another nuke here. These guys are all going to be forced to retreat. They have basically no supply and no organization. Eventually, we'll make it across. Right? Right. That's definitely how this will eventually work. So there are still 5 units holding here. 1 has retreated. 2 has retreated. Excellent. They must have been putting all of their eggs into this one basket, though. They can't have much for additional forces. So we're just going to get in, attack Wellington, and push our way through here. But these 2 final locations have proven to be somewhat complicated. Okay, we're struggling to push across again. They have brought forces back in that have recovered somewhat. So we're going to drop a nuke again. There we go. Eventually, we'll be able to push our way across here. Going to drop another one. But they're bringing their reinforcements back in after having them recover a bit. letting them continue to retreat here. I'm going to drop another nuke. This has been a lot of nukes. No doubt about that. Okay, they're all retreating. We're actually making our way over right now. That's phenomenal. Okay, they managed to get reinforcements in, but these reinforcements are not very well equipped. Let's get another nuke off here. We're having such a hard time making our way across here. Eventually, we'll make it. Eventually. These guys are unsupplied, though. Like, they have basically no supplies right now. You can see their supply bar is basically gone. So that's a good thing. I'm going to drop another nuke, though, because I want to push them out of here, and I want to make our way across basically instantly. So there's another one. Eventually, this will end. Right? Eventually. Surely. Well, they brought in more reinforcements. Let's whittle them down again. We're so close to pushing over. I'm doing one final nuke. Surely this is going to do the trick. They are just so entrenched here. It's kind of wild because they don't even have any land or coastal forts. Like, this is insane. I'm kind of baffled at why it's so difficult for us to push across. Like, I realize our supplies are not perfect, and that probably has a lot to do with it, but there we go. We've managed to push across now, and that is such a huge deal. So now what we need to do, of course, is hold this position and continue to push it out. But they can't pile in. We don't have the malice of attacking over this strait anymore, and that is going to be a very, very big deal. So we'll let that continue for the time being. How are we doing on those Marines? They are about to be ready. Okay, I believe that the Marines are probably ready now. Yes. So is this a real infantry division here? It is. We're going to put that down over here. Okay, this is a fake infantry division. That can go here. Okay, and then is this all Marines? Yes, it is. Cool. So I want to select like 10 of these. Well, actually, we should do 23. I guess 22 will work. We'll put them here, and then we are going to get this unit here. Then all 10 of these are going to be here. Okay, so that looks good, and we're going to start planning a naval invasion from here, once again, to the same location. So there we go. That'll be fine. We have these guys heading in, and that's going to be 75 days before we're ready to launch that. So this has definitely taken longer than anticipated. No doubt about that. But now that we have a wider front over here, yeah, these guys immediately capitulate, which is fine. We're going to take all of the things. Marina Kingdom is not going to be in this yet. But we're going to take everything that we possibly can here. Okay. This is still a lot of South American stuff in here. Right, that would be the case. So South America, Africa, yeah, this is all a thing. This is pretty much all just us, right? So we need to do this. I wish there was a select all button that would allow us to do this all in one click. That would be amazing. Unfortunately, there is not such a thing. Hang on, Marina Kingdom is in this? Why? Seriously, why is Marina Kingdom in this? That's interesting. They must have been a vassal of someone else, because we definitely didn't conquer them. But they are in this peace deal. I did not expect that. I expected a separate piece from them. Huh. Well, I guess the war's over. Wild. So that's, of course, Africa under control. And now we just need to take out Asia. Let's see. How are we doing on timing here? Okay. So we need like 1 to 2 more episodes. That's absolutely fine. It will take us some amount of time to get Asia conquered. The question is, what amount of time? it is time to put a cut in now. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we are going to get started on getting the war planning done, and of course we're going to attack these remaining Asian nations. We're very, very close right now to getting this completed, and these guys, they're going to have to be reoriented. I'm still glad that we trained up these Marines. We're going to need them potentially out over here, although this is actually controlled by Japan. So in theory, we might not need that. We might just need to push through Hokkaido up here, which would be fine. So it is time to put that cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are wrapping this one up. I think that's pretty clear. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Atala, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12UK, Kintogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.